Every electronic device has a heartbeat, a frequency control. In telecommunications, the more regular the heartbeat, the more likely you'll be heard. Sometimes staying in contact counts. Getting from A to B by GPS requires information from 4 satellites, each around 23,000 kilometres away from your car. And yours isn't the only car on the road. With so much data flying around, getting a clear steer should be hard work, but Rakon make it easy. They're a family business, started in a garage in Howick in 1967, now a global company with factories in India, Europe, China, and Sylvia Park. You could say they've arrived.
You have reached your destination.
We make piezoelectric quartz crystals for radio communications. We make oscillators out of those, temperature compensated oscillators. A quartz crystal is used to generate the radio frequencies of most radio communications. GPS receivers, cellular phone base stations, sometimes satellite communications. So we really think ourselves as the heartbeat of radio.
Ministry of Science and Innovation funding has helped Rakon deal with the massive growth of mobile data connections. In the next 4 years, international data demand could grow 25 times. Some say we're running out of bandwidth.
If you think of a quartz crystal as a resonating device, so if I pluck a guitar string, it vibrates and that tune eventually dies out. Well, a crystal's the same. You can pluck it with an electrical voltage and it'll vibrate and then die out. An oscillator is like it continues to pluck the quartz crystal element. So its resonant frequency is put into an electrical loop and a feedback, and it continues to keep it oscillating.
So the more steady the tune, or stable the frequency, the narrower the bandwidth you need and the more channels you can have. Rakon is good at making frequency control devices that are smaller, cheaper and more powerful than the rest. In fact, they are world champions at it. In 2003, they developed the world's smallest TCXO, or temperature compensated crystal oscillator.
So this is where the whole process starts from. This is a piece of quartz, and from this very large piece that we buy in, we end up with a whole lot, nearly 1,000 of these little parts when we go through about 70 different process steps.
The finished product might be only 2 millimetres wide, but it's the reason you have GPS in your smartphone. And that took military-grade precision.
This is where the magic of what we call the TCXO happens. So once we've made the crystal resonator, we put it together with some other electronic components to make a temperature-compensated crystal oscillator. And this is where you see the innovation in the product and in the process and the equipment. A lot of the equipment that you can see here was designed and built specifically by Rakon to enable us to make really highest performance products.
Rakon's GPS specs are now the international industry standard. In 2011, they were named New Zealand's High-Tech Company of the Decade. Right now, they're working on a different way to grow crystal, so they can make their oscillators smaller still.
They'll get smaller already, working on a 1.6 by 1.2 millimetre version. I keep thinking that it's going to stop, but it doesn't seem to. It just gets smaller and smaller, and now I can hardly see them.
They're being used in space too, so not even the sky's the limit.